Hey everyone, I'm back. I'm doing a casted game. This is from our Discord server. This is Madonna, aka Amaterasu, and A Potato, who are Discord server members. They posted this channel or this replay to the channel and asked that we cast it. Well, they didn't ask, but I'm casting it. And they're up against, I don't know who these players are. I think this is just a random ladder opponent that they faced. All I know, I haven't seen this replay, so we're doing this live. All I know is that the Ottoman and Japanese player did a pretty good rush. So we're going to take a look at that. Keep a very close eye as that develops. We're on board with A Potato here, who's playing the French, which is pretty typical of him. That's one of his favorite civs. Looks like a standard market house opening. Good job hunting all the hunts in. Hasn't picked a deck yet, and we're gonna turn Fog of War. We are on Carolina, right? Oh, so it's Florida that they start with a market. So never mind. I think Carolina does come with extra resources though. And A Potato here, doing Brits, another one of his mains. Maybe you do start with a market on Carolina. I'm not sure. Hasn't picked a deck yet either. It's got some idols chopping coin in age 1. Probably going to get hunting dogs with that treasure maybe. I'm not sure what he's gathering coin for. He hasn't clicked to age yet. Anyways, we're going to hop over here. This is Japan. Japan player is sending his first card, which is the fish, which makes sense on this map. Lots of fish in the water. It's pretty standard on water maps for Japan to start with the fishing boats and then have, Heavenly Kami, Lil Bo Deck C. So this is maybe a Yumi rush. We'll see. Didn't do a ton of scouting with the cherry orchards. Usually one cherry orchard rickshaw will go out, scout around the base a little bit, and then come back. These guys are going straight over to water to fish. And then Joe Sad as the Ottomans, 3 villagers, Principante. This is, they must start with a market. I don't know. I don't know these openings at all. Aging with the quartermaster, that feels normal. Materasu has not yet aged up. There you go. There's the wood for it. His first deck was Musk Rush, so they're planning on rushing too. Okay, this is going to be interesting then. Rush versus rush. Aging with the governor. Please ignore my dog. She's telling me she wants to go outside. She will go outside after I finish this recording. Yes. Yes, we will. Her name is Ellie. A Potato going up with the quartermaster as well. I didn't see what Amaterasu was aging up with. The governor. Okay. That makes sense. Sees the shrines coming up for the Japan player. And there's a sheep. Wonder where he's going to put his forward base. We're going to hop back over to... There we go. Japan here. I hear you, Ellie girl. And saving a shipment for age 2. Explorer going up. What is he aging up with? Torii Gates, which makes sense. And got 6 on food, 8 on wood. Yeah, this is going to be a very Yumi heavy rush. It certainly appears that way anyways. That's going to go up. 18 age up. Oh, well, I guess he's training in transition, so never mind. I hear you. Yes. Oh, my goodness. Let's see here. Forward base. That's not a very forward artillery. Oh, my God. It's Abus. Abus Yumi is what it's going to be. That's surprisingly not as far forward as I expected it to be. And then 700 coin coming in for Ottomans. 600 wood coming in as a first stage 2 shipment for Japan. This is probably to get some shrines out as well. We're going to hop over to A Potato, who's got this shipment saved up. Hasn't done anything with it. Pretty good job scouting so far. And there's the shipment. It's going to be 8. Oh, no, sorry. It's 4 CDB, and he's popped himself. So 8 crossbowmen is off the table. But a stable is going up, and there's the house. Okay, so he's building a nice little house wall. Interesting. We're going to go over to Amaterasu, who's first age. He's got 2 age shipments, age 2 shipments, 700 coin and 600 coin. 600 coin is on the way right now. And there's the forward racks with the tower. So he's set up pretty well to defend what I'm sure will be coming soon. Let's see here. There's the Abyss guns. We're going to go find Japan real quick. Oh, no, he's training Ashi. Interesting. I thought this was going to be Yumi. But it makes more sense to do Ashi Abyss instead of Yumi Abyss. So that way you're not hard countered by heavy cav, which Potato does have some Hussar. So we've got Musk Huss with the Crow Scout in stealth. Crow Scout going to be creeping forward, trying to spot anything. We'll see what he does spot, if anything. We're going to go ahead and turn Fog of War off and see what unfolds here. 6 minutes and 40 seconds into the game now. Score's pretty even. If I am Team Red here, yeah, if I'm Team Red here, I definitely want to be pushing earlier than this. I hear you, girl. You've got a pretty good mass, but 7 minutes, you're fully expecting everybody to be, oh goodness, kind of raxed up or stabled up. The Obus are going to go down. There's another pop of Obus. These Ashigaru doing a terrible job hopping on top of the Hussars. Finally getting around, but we've got the Musketeers in melee getting on top of the Ashigaru. Ashigaru can't use their speed to get away, and this is going to be a full clean by the Sweden bros. Maybe I forgot to mention that Amaterasu and Potato are from Sweden. In our 2v2 tournaments, they are their team name is Ja, because why not? There's a villager that they just spotted out here. So interestingly, they had the units. The red team had the units and then just didn't do anything with them, didn't push. And instead, the good guys pushed and ended up getting a clean wipe and are now sieging down the forward and pushing in. So very well executed to maybe understand what was happening by the red team and stop it before it happened. There was a ping back here. It's a treasure of a stray dog. I'm not sure what that ping was about. Let's get back on the action. Ottoman sending artillery hit points in, so these Abyss guns will be able to tank some Hussar shots a little bit better. And yeah, now we're gonna kind of see what unfolds here. We're turning Fog of War back on. Hussar going to be coming in and causing a little bit of terror. Oh my god, where did these Ashigaru come from? Oh, and Shinobi Nomo. So it's Ashigaru and Shinobi from the consulate. They're going to chase... Oh, there's 2 more racks and bases. That's why. They're going to chase away the push. And maybe do a little bit of counter pushing themselves. 1 Huron scout going to die to TC fire. No, he's going to get away. Okay. Wow. The Sweden bros have to back off. The remass is in full effect. Japan doing a little bit of carrying so far. He is up quite a bit in score on the Ottoman player. About 5k score on the Ottoman player. Has his daimyo out. Not training units. So take a look at his deck, see what sent. Let's see, artillery hit points and light artillery hit points. So these Obus are tanky as shit now. 176 health. Not necessarily tanky as shit, but tankier than they would be otherwise. They do have 20% range resist, which does help. Huron Scout does end up finally going down. Matarasu making a second Rax. Now, a Potato still just got the one stable. Scores have taken a little bit of a turn. That was a pretty big hit. 2K lead for blue team. The Swedes, as they have pretty significant mass now. Let's compare unit sizes, unit masses. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty good fight, actually. We'll see what unfolds. These Hussar getting dangerously far away from the Musketeers here. They're going to run across this Ashigaru mass with the Daimyo right out in front, with the Ottomans or the Abus guns in the back, and this is not going to be great. Maybe they can get the Daimyo down. No, they're not taking a look at the Daimyo. They're just going to try and kite. Daimyo gets away, runs away successfully. Maybe some raids coming on for the Hussars. Yeah, that's what we're looking at, Hussar raids. While Amaterasu is going to just try and weather the storm here against this Ashi mass. 11 minutes into the game. And these Ashi are, yep, they've got Ashi, they've got attack so far, and they've got the Daimyo behind them. So this is a formidable mass pushing into the Brit player's base here. We'll see how he handles this. Still doing nothing but mono-comping Musketeers against better Musketeers and Skirm type units, which is not good. But here comes the Cav back to come save the day. Have to get this Cav around to the Abus guns because these Ashigaru are just going to melt. And unfortunately, oh, here we go. Huge mass of Hussar. They're going to dive bomb. They are going to get on top of some of the Ashigaru here, or some of the Abus guns. 19 Hussars, 18 now. They are here. The Musketeers are in. A Potato spamming CDB like there's no tomorrow. Has a shipment built up. Everybody's staying age 2 right now. This fight looks like it's going to end up in age 2 for a very long time. Ottoman, wow, his macro is way off. Gathered 1,000 coin, has no other res. Has to run away from this fight. Can't remass Abus guns. It makes sense, but he's going to have to get a little bit more food gather. Daimyo does end up going down. No, escapes with 33 health. Couple hits away. Not great. So he's going to be able to regen health. We're going to hop over to the Japan player. He's doing a very good job. Contrary to his Ottoman opponent, or teammate, doing a very good job with his macro. Maybe macroing toward age 3 now. Finally getting some Yumi in the mix instead of Ashigaru, which is probably a pretty good call if you're expecting some kind of tech switch from your opponents, which seems only fair. Tech switch into, yeah, I'm not sure. But we'll see, I guess. Only time will tell. 4 villagers now coming in for the first time. Still only has these 3 boats on water. Doesn't have the 5 fishing boat card in his deck. Literally only the 3 fishing boat card, which is interesting. And shrining the map out pretty good. Still not planning on going to age 3, it doesn't look like. Oh, he can't. Okay, so he canceled the Yumi shipment for the villagers. That's a better call, to be honest, as these, not paying attention, and all of a sudden shrines are going down. Musketeers are running. Everything is happening all at once. Unfortunately, I think only getting the 1 shrine down, but they're going to retreat. Maybe try and find some more shrines along the way. There's this one here. Still shrining basically only his side of the map. Yeah, the Japan player should be wanting to have shrined this hunt up, shrined these hunts up, shrine the middle of the map up, because these are highly contentious hunts here. If you control these hunts, you basically win the game. So if you just distract your opponent, you know, get some shrines, that's 1, 2, 3. That's like 6 shrines you could put up there with the amount of food that's out there. Does have these. Hussar going to go in and try and get some raids, and Matarasu's still monocomping. It's an entire monocomp, Musk Huss. Still. Has 2 shipments build up. Maybe be trying to go to age 3. We will see. He's just saving those shipments. He's going to actually tear down these shrines pretty quickly, which is always annoying. As someone who plays Japan somewhat frequently, it is definitely annoying to just get that pop-up. And hey, by the way, I'm here. I am doing things. And you need to rebuild those shrines. Ottoman going up to age 3 with the marksman. Not quite sure what that provides. I guess we'll see when it comes in. And they are aware of the mass that's coming in. Gonna come over here and, yep, protect the villagers. No villagers gonna go down. We're gonna see what else everybody else is doing. Matarasu has the food to age up, but does not have the wood. On 54 vills, Magnate, not planning on aging up soon. A Potato is just about there. Gonna go on some raids, tear those shrines down. Always be ever present, ever annoying. Daimyo in the back training villagers for Japan, as this fight doesn't look like it's gonna be going very well for Amaterasu here. The Ashigaru with their 170 health. Now finally aging, going up with the exiled prince to get it done really quick. Ottoman did get up to age 3. Has his mosque. Potentially the marksman gives them Abus. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not going to try and pronounce that, but he goes down to a Hussar. And meanwhile, the Huss monocomp from A Potato is finding some Shinran Shonin, the Explorer, and still tearing down these shrines. Japan's shrine mass is significantly lower than it was. We're going to this. Here we go. He's on 17 shrines, so he's still doing pretty well for himself. But he has had to force them all the way back in his base, and he does look like he... Okay, no. He just moved all his sheep over to the one shrine. Okay. Amaterasu now aging to 3, going with the bishop for that town center. Which leaves the only person not in age 3 going to be the Japan player, who is macroing for it, actually. So he's got his monocomp. Is full Ashigaru. Scores evened out a little bit. I know there was 2-3K ahead just a little bit ago. And that gap still does exist, but it has been lengthened or decreased because just the value of all the res on the map right now. Japan finally going to age 3. He's going with the Golden Pavilion to get a boost to his Ashigaru, I'm sure. Huge villager exodus now for Brits, for Amaterasu here. It's probably going to be the last one to age 3. It's going to be a tight race. We'll see. Oh, no. We'll see. It's going to be close. Make your votes now. Who gets to age 3 first? Amaterasu or Magnate? And I'm going to hold it on A Potato. Make your bets. Winner gets a liked comment in my comment section. Comment now. Who gets to age 3 first? We're watching. We're waiting. It is any moment now. Any moment. I heard a dot go up. Who is it going to be? It's Amaterasu. If you guessed Amaterasu, you get a liked comment. Followed within a few seconds by Magnate. Very close. Very close. If Magnate had put a few extra villagers on wood, excuse the sneeze, sorry, on the Golden Pavilion, he would have aged up first, but he decided against it. So now here we are. Amaterasu, or A Potato, has got on the water to access this entire water eco. 700, 800 wood built up. And all this fish in the ocean ready to be fished out because the Japan player did not take advantage, which is a little bit of a misplay if you ask me. There's the bishop. Town center going to be going down, securing these hunts. And I bet they see that. Yeah, they do. So they are going to see that. They're going to know it exists. They're going to see these villagers. And we'll see what they do about it, if anything. Meanwhile, Japan is walling up, preparing for a long and drawn-out battle. We haven't seen any conflict in quite some time now. Some falconets on the field now for Ottoman players shipped from the artillery foundry, and they do benefit from artillery hit points, so they're a little bit boosted. Let's take a look here. 230 health, so plus 15. Hussar raid's going to come in. They're not going to get very far because of the disciplined Ashigaru hanging out here. You know, if I were either of these two teams right now, I definitely would consider taking more of the trade line. Right now, okay, well, you say that, and Japan's taking a trading post. You can still fight over this one in the middle here, and then upgrade it to stagecoach. Your opponent, you know, both of these teams only have one right now. Golden Pavilion increasing the attack different. That is such a good quality of life thing. You can see that what your opponent's boosts are. I noticed it for the councils, the dances for the native civs, but it works obviously for the Asian civs as well. As a huge fight goes down, veteran skirmishers have come in, so A Potato has dropped off the Musk, or dropped off the Hussar and traded them for skirmishers. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they're doing too well. But the Falconet's able to chase off the Ashigaru and the Yumi in the back. We did see one Falconet go down for the Ottoman player. Aba's going to be able to these are Jans now. So we've seen tech switches from both teams, Falconets and Culverins now for Team Sweden. Going to try and take out the lone Falconet remaining for the Ottoman player here. As Team Sweden's going to be pushing in, they're going to say, fuck you, I want that Falconet. They get that Falconet. Fuck that Falconet. Janissaries pushing back, skirmishers in the back, getting the Janissaries down, and this is not really great for the bad guys here. You know, you've got the Daimyo boosting all the Ashigaru, and you know, plus the Golden Pavilion. Okay, now they're going to utilize their speed and try and get in. This will end up being a wipe. Still some Falconets in the back, some skirmishers. No forward base yet for the Sweden team. If you're going to push in this far, I would bring villagers out and set up shop on this hunt, secure that hunt. Instead, they're going to get wiped. Falconet going down. Culverin's going to come in. They're going to snipe one of the flaming arrows. Both flaming arrows now go down. This Falconet is going to try and get a couple of pot shots off against the Ashigaru. Hussar now coming in. More skirmishers coming in. Falconet doing work, but it's really not getting a ton of value out of each shot, which is really unfortunate for Team Sweden. They do have a considerable eco lead now. I won't say considerable, but considerable score lead. Ottoman lagging behind a little bit still. We'll do a quick stock take. Ottoman is on 34. 68, there you go. 40 for Japan and 56. So there is a considerable Vil lead on Team Sweden right now. So their eco is in full swing. Japan's, you know, they've got these shrines. How many shrines is he on? I'm sure he has all 20 up now, but he's pretty locked in his base. Let's see here. Yeah, and you've taken up some shrines of your teammate. You've got some shrines back here, but you're locked out of all the natural resources, and that's not great for Ottoman right now. I'll tell you that. Ottoman still does need those natural resources. And not having access to those because all of these shrines are in base is not great. Yeah, I knew that would happen eventually. They didn't have... Well, they probably did have the mass to push up against that town center. The Japan team did. Team Red. We'll call them Red Team. Did have enough forces to push this town center. Ended up deciding not to do it. And And then Team Sweden's just going to push in and get the wipe here. But the remass happened. They do have the trading post advantage. Really no reason. Yes, Ellie girl, we go out. Give me just a moment, okay? Okay? Give me just a moment. I apologize. We are a professional casting team here on the Chase MD YouTube channel. I say we, it's just me. What is going on here? Red team villager exodus. They're going to push out. Okay, they're going to try and get these turkeys. That's what's happening. Or this coin mine. Ottoman player is running out of res. These shrines now going to go down. Yeah, this hunt needs to be Ottoman's hunt, because this is his next closest hunt. And that is right in the line of fire. Sweden team building up walls to lock. Japan locked the red team completely out of resources. So excellent job for Team Sweden. Brit player setting up these aggressive walls, knowing that they are doing a great job of locking their opponent out of resources. And we look at their line of sight here. I tend to look at line of sight to determine who's winning matches, and red team is completely locked out. Blue team sees basically this entire half of the map, is completely on the water, uncontested, and it will not be contested at this point. So in terms of map control, you've got a huge advantage for Team Sweden, who is doing a Musk Skirm monocomp now. Monocomps versus essentially the same thing for the red team. Obviously, the Ashigaru are a little bit better. The Yumi are a little bit better because they have the Daimyo around them. Still sitting on an extra shipment, and maybe considering going to age 4 here. Amaterasu, being on 76 villagers, was easily able to do that. I missed it sending in 2 falconets behind this. Never sent his 2 falconets when he hit age 3, but has it now. Culver and Royale is going to come in. They're going to snipe these flaming arrows. These flaming arrows are just dead. Boom. Insta-dead. And this could be the deciding battle right here. We'll see how it all plays out. Skirmishers. Oh, that's a lot of cannons in the back. What are these? Oh, no, sorry. It's just 1 falconet with a bunch of veteran skirmishers in the back line not doing anything. Redcoat Musketeers. So these are age 4 Musketeers. Amaterasu is out of food, but it doesn't matter. He's an age up. He's got the age up bonuses. These skirmishers are probably pretty carded. And the route is in full effect, and there it goes. Team Sweden takes the dub against Team Red, who has no team. No team name, because I don't know that they were a team, and they are randoms anyway. Very well played by Team Sweden. Pushed at the right moment. Pushed before the push came in from their opponents. Able to capitalize. Again, locking Japan out of resources. Being really annoying up here. Destroying shrines, which allowed access to all the res that's up in the swamps. There's actually a considerable amount of res in the swamps. In terms of coin mines, which have been mined out at this point. There's actually a lot of food up there. And then just annoying the hunts down here. Denying Japan access to those hunts. Yes, okay. We're going to look at the resources gathered. Yeah, Ottoman with least resources gathered, which is never good. Japan with most, which doesn't surprise anybody. But again, not able to take advantage of the map. Not able to gain a foothold anywhere. And eventually just ended up crumpling to the might of the British Redcoat Musketeers. Oddly enough, didn't have enough skirms early on. Tried to rely on the Abyss guns against an Ottoman player who did not do a great job booming villager count. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Didn't get his... Yeah, that's terrible. That's really unfortunate for the red team. Villager population. Military unit population. We'll look at team real quick. I mean, fairly even, but this last fight is what really tossed and made the Team Red throw in the towel, because they lost hardly nothing, and Red Team lost half their units here. I mean, fairly even all told in terms of trades until the very end. Very well played, I would say, by both teams here. A little bit of tactical errors by Red Team that were fully capitalized on by the Team Sweets. Anyways, I have to go take my dog out. She is begging to go play, so we are going to go play. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.